The decision to overturn Roe v. Wade has made headlines around the world. But what is Roe v. Wade all about? And who was Jane Roe, the woman who started it all? Jane Roe, whose actual name is Norma McCorvey, became pregnant in 1969 and wanted an abortion, but the procedure was banned in her home state of Texas, with the exception of when the pregnancy threatened the life of the mother. McCorvey sought the help of lawyers who had been looking for a client to help them challenge Texas's abortion laws. The legal team argued that the Texas abortion laws were cruel and inadequate, especially for poor women, and violated women's constitutional right to privacy. In 1973, the Supreme Court issues a ruling in favor of Jane Roe, legalizing abortion across the U.S., stating that women in America had the fundamental right whether to choose to have abortions. Here's what they determined. The court declared that the choice to end a pregnancy in the first trimester was solely up to the woman. In the second trimester, the government could regulate abortion, although not ban it, in order to protect the mother's health. In the third trimester, the state could prohibit abortion to protect a fetus that could survive outside the womb, except when a woman's health was in jeopardy. By the time of the ruling, Norma McCorvey had long since given birth and had put that child up for adoption. And while her case did not personally help her, it was an important ruling for the advancement of equality in America. The 1992 Supreme Court said as much, writing, "The ability of women to participate equally in the economic and social life of the nation has been facilitated by their ability to control their reproductive lives." However, here's the issue. On June 24, 2022, in one of the most shocking decisions in recent history, the Supreme Court overturned Roe in a 6-3 opinion. So how did we get here? The truth is, the right to a safe and legal abortion has been getting chipped away at since the initial Roe v. Wade decision. Here's the breakdown. The first major case to affect Roe's scope ruled that states participating in Medicaid were not obligated to fund medically necessary abortions, effectively restricting access for lower-class citizens. The next ruled that a state may require a minor to seek parental consent or at least notify their guardians before seeking an abortion. The third hurdle came in 1992, when the court replaced the trimester framework with an undue burden test. Detailing laws couldn't cause substantial obstacles to obtaining an abortion before viability, leading to legal restrictions such as requiring women to make multiple trips to an abortion provider or a waiting period before obtaining an abortion. In 2007, the court upheld with a 5-4 vote the 2003 Partial Birth Abortion Ban Act that prohibits the intact dilation and extraction abortion that can be performed in the second trimester. This made it a federal crime to perform this kind of procedure without having a legal exception to protect maternal health. This essentially overruled the key component of Roe that detailed a woman's health must be the paramount concern in laws that restrict abortion access. So here we are in 2022. The final nail in the Roe v. Wade coffin came from Mississippi's last abortion clinic, who challenged the state law that says a pregnancy cannot be terminated after 15 weeks, claiming that it was blatantly unconstitutional. After the confirmation of conservative Amy Coney Barrett as a Supreme Court justice, Mississippi knew the majority of the court would back their request to overrule Roe entirely, which it did, ending the federal right to abortion with a 6-3 ruling in its favor. In the majority opinion, Justice Samuel Alito wrote, "The Constitution does not mention abortion. The right is neither deeply rooted in the nation's history nor an essential component of ordered liberty." The court's controversial ruling gives individual states the power to set their own abortion laws, a decision that will have ripple effects in America for years to come. And if Supreme Court Judge Clarence Thomas's explicit call-out of cases to reopen is a sign of what's next, other important rights may be on the line. Cases to keep on your radar are the right to contraception, the right to consensual same-sex relations, and the right to same-sex marriage. Wherever you land on this issue, its history is an important reminder to keep participating in democracy by voting and staying involved with local and national issues you care about.